Yo, what up, Dogfish Nation? So, yeah, today is the 31st of January. You can guess what that means. Yesterday was the day I dread. But this year it was actually really good. Now, here's why. First of all, it's my 18th, so last night we went to the pub and, well, I didn't have that much to drink. Here's the way it works. What I had was a pint and a half of cider and a half pint of Southern Comfort. But here's the problem. The cider was cold. It was chilled. Cold cider in winter makes you drunk really fast. And it was Simba's cider, or Simba's. I'm used to Thatcher's, Strongbow, and Taurus. I'm not used to the stuff down there. I'm used to the stuff down that way. There's a pub down in Howie and there's a pub down by the Ridgeborne, so yeah, I'm basically saying that I live in Landal, okay? Sheesh. Is it really that big a surprise? Well, I'm Welsh, what do you expect? So, yeah. Pub down there, and once again, another pub all the way down there. And then maybe another one down there again. I don't know all the pubs in town. I just know there's more than what I know. So, yeah. That was the first part of it. My sister wasn't able to be there, but Tal was there, so we had a bit of banter there. Played a game of... It was either pool or snooker, you know, I don't really know the names of the game. It was yellow and red with the black ball. I don't really know which one it is. So, I think that was pool. Yeah, pool. Because snooker is the other one, correct? The ones with the numbered balls, which, yeah, it's a pain in the ass to play, because seriously, it's really hard to actually see the numbers on half of them. So, yeah. There was that. I lost the game of pool to Tal. I got the first two in, then he potted 3. He messed up and hit one of mine. I got 2 shots. I messed up and potted the white. He got 2 more shots. He hit the black. Luckily it didn't go in, then it would have been a mess up. And it just went from there. So yeah. Did a little bit of drawing. You know me, guys, I always carry a pencil and a sketch pad with me no matter where I go. Even to a pub I always take something, because my brain is weird like that. So yeah, I started work on redesigning DX. I've gone to the point in his storyline where he has now died so many times that his body is breaking itself apart. So what I'm thinking is, for his own personal storyline, to fall in battle, have his body completely eviscerated and shattered, only leaving his core skeleton and the Matrix, and then have his body completely rebuild itself through its nanites. So yeah, the DX that was once. This DX will be no more, but he'll still be accessing the form. This now will become his origin state. Instead of this being default, that will be now origin form. And I've wanted to put in a time-lapse ability, so may as well put that as origin form. He will have an Anubian form to be his new default, and he will have a future form, which will be the upgrade of origin form. even though there is already an upgrade form for default, which is called upper grade. Japanese pronunciation. Okay, look up upgrade Axle Kamen Rider Double. That's the way it's said. Upper grade. That's the way the name is pronounced. It says upgrade when you read it, but it's pronounced upper grade. It's a Japanese pronunciation. It sounds a little bit cooler. So yeah. Now, you're all probably wondering, what the fuck did I get for my birthday? I'm gonna show you, if you will be quiet. First off, this is what, well, yesterday it was a half day for me, so yeah, came home from college during lunch. Me and my mum went to Pan Stretcher, and, well, there was another Rinsler there. I've already got one Rinsler for my custom, but I thought, could do getting a second one, because I might want to do a Necros. So yeah, next time I'm over there, I'll have to try and get my hands on that, along with those 2 Knights of Zodiac card packs. It's a trading card game linked to an anime, you know I'm going to collect that sort of stuff. So, now, here's what we got at Pan Stretcher. Yes, it is Transformers related. 79p. Can you guess what it is? Its original price was £3. A very nice yo-yo with Megatron on it. Even though it says Autobot. Yeah. It's called a return top. Even though it is very clearly a yo-yo. I just find it funny that it has the Autobot insignia, even though it's Megatron on the front. And on the back is the Decepticon logo. This is the Revenge of the Fallen packaging, I can tell you that right now, just because of that sigil. Only the Revenge of the Fallen packaging has that sigil. First movie, it was a little bit more ornate, more scrap, rather than sigils. So yeah, I have a brand new yo-yo. And this is a hefty metal yo-yo. So yeah, 79p for that. Hell yeah. That's a boom for me. Now, this is what my sister gave me. Oh, Mum and Dad have just come back from town. Okay, this is what my sister gave me. First off, a charge and play Xbox battery. So now I don't need to worry about batteries. We still have my Xbox 360 in the box, because I already have the generic one by here, the one that doesn't save. So yeah, this I don't need to worry about batteries. I'll just plug it in and play, which would be so good. Second thing she got me is this. Hell fucking yeah. And I know how much she spent on this. £3. Now in Tesco's they got a whole bunch of these for £3. I really wanted this. Do you know why? Because I have the VHS tape. Special edition. This is a DVD. Oh, just look at that. Oh. Oh, the artwork, that is beautiful. And no, those are not photographs, that is actually drawn. You can see it in Patera Ranger and Kiba Ranger, but you can also see it in Tirana Ranger and Super Ranger. Oh, that is pretty. Rectangles. Hey, you can see my anime collection in the background. But yeah, this is awesome. really nice group photo there. So yeah, I now have a new Power Rangers concept item. So yeah, that's what my sister gave me.
Which way are you going?
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get into the kitchen.
Okay, weird. Okay, now my sister also said that there is something else as the main present, but it hasn't arrived yet. I have no idea what it is. I'm thinking it is to do with the dragon drawings she asked me about. Well, here's the thing. She asked me what was my favourite dragon drawing that I did. I showed her a picture of DX and she said that's not a dragon. He's a dragonoid. That class is a dragon. Or Draken, as some would say. My universe, my rules. So yeah, there's something else to look forward to. Which is hopefully in a week or so, I don't know.
You alright, bud?
Hi Dad, just making a video. Okay. That's what my sister gave me. Now, this next thing is what my mum and dad gave me. Kiwami arms. I got the lock seed itself. So I've got LS Infinity. I've got the faceplate unit, which doubles as a stand. And then, look at that. Ooh. Oh, it's beautiful. This is genuinely beautiful. Now, I can do the triumphant perfection. Here's the funny part. With this, you don't need the belt at all. Check this out. All you need to activate the henshin with is this item right here. I'm going to cover up the speaker. Literally, you don't even need the belt. And here's the best part.
Stop trolling yourself.
I'm recording a video! And I'll get you on video one of these days. God don't exist. I just said he don't exist. One day I'll get him.
One day. One day.
I've been saying it for 2 years actually.
Oh, not one day. 2 years, one day. One day.
Okay, as I was saying, here's the best part about Kiwami. You can access the weaponry of the previous riders. As in the show. You just heard the Budo gun, which is Kamen Rider Ryugen's, no, Armored Rider Ryugen's weapon. They're not Kamen Rider in the series, they're Armed Riders. Which is perfectly fine because I don't like gang. So I'm calling them Armored Riders. It's a little bit more acceptable. I shall do this again. Ichigo Kunai. And no, it has nothing to do with Ichigo Kurosaki. Ichigo as in strawberry. as in the top one of the fruit basket. So yeah, that's the demo you're getting for this. If you want to know what it goes with because of that, does that. Kachadoki Kiwami. This is why I love Kachadoki. KS Lockseed 1. It's the only KS Lockseed. So they could have just called it KS Lockseed instead of putting the 01. But yeah, I also now have Lockseed Infinity. So I would think this would be KS Lockseed 02, but no. Also, in the instructions, it says you're allowed to put this on its own in the belt because of the way that works. But it also says you're not allowed to use the Genesis Core. So basically, you aren't able to use the Jimba arms function, even though it's actually programmed into this thing. Literally, Jimba arms is in this thing. Also, instead of invest game noises or extra sound effects, it actually has phrases from the show from Kota and Mai, the other one. Flower, I mean. Yeah, now I have key to go with the lock. But yeah, you don't even need that, and you don't need the belt to actually make the sounds for this thing. But this one, you do need the belt, because it's a pain in the ass to actually hit the correct buttons. So all three buttons are right there on the side, and they're very small, so yeah. Also, I'm thinking about actually getting the knockoff version of the belt and the Muso Saber, and then getting the full version of the DJ gun, because the Muso Saber only has a few sounds, so I can easily just get a soundboard and put them in. And the same for the driver, I can just simply put in the sounds required. But for the DJ gun, it has its own interactivity with the turner and the little slider. The funny part is, you can use both this and this in the DJ gun combo. And along with the Daidai Maru, then you can do some real combo bullshit. So, yeah, that's what I got from my parents. Now, that's the fun part. I'm just going to pop this back on, because, yeah, this thing can't stand. Literally, the way it's supposed to be able to stand is upright like that. Problem is, due to that, the protrusion on its butt, it cannot do that. That's why people have been using the core piece as a display stand, and it works very well. That way you can have it stand next to other Lockseeds. And now I have to put Astro Boy back in his shackles. Yeah, ever since getting this and this, I've been doing this. Yeah. Now, he's under lock and key. I'm sorry, I could not help myself with that one. You gotta admit, Okay, you gotta forgive me on that one. Come on. It's a lock seed with a key slot. Give me credit on that one. Now, I'm just going to show you the packaging for a moment. This is the packaging for Kiwami. And just to prove, I have it for the other one. I have Kachadoki right here. Yes, Kiwami is much bigger. Yeah. They both pretty much say the exact same thing on the back. Lockseed, Muso Saber, clip, DJ gun, extra sound effects, and Kachadoki even highlights the key slot on the back. So, yeah, about there it actually highlights it in yellow.
No, but it goes in pink.
Ah! Bleh! Well, this one, it just simply tells you what to do with it. So it tells you the core piece, or the new faceplate replacement, says you can access the weaponry, the Muso Saber, Budo gun, Daidai Maru, even the DJ gun. It says about the belt itself. Yeah, that's the packaging for Kiwami and Kachadoki. If I cannot get the O's driver, I will be making a custom belt for those to wear at AA. So, yeah. I'll get him. I'll get him. Now, the other things that I got for my birthday, my grandparents gave me a check. Here's the thing. I've never seen a check before. I've seen the checkbook and I've seen dummy checks. Because in college we had to write on dummy checks, which are just the basic layout. But I've never actually seen a real check.
Don't believe it.
Can we catch him on camera one of these days? Yeah, I've never actually seen a real check before. So, here's the thing. The check they gave me $500 smackers. They gave me a check on my 18th birthday for £500. Here's my reaction. I looked at it, turned to my mum, and asked her, "What the fuck is this?" She just laughed and said, "It's a check." Literally, I have never actually seen a check before, so yeah, my reaction is kind of acceptable. Now, get this. At that point in time, I now had £725. I will say that one more time. 725. £725. Yeah. Now, here's another thing. Later on in the day, when we were back home, Grandad gave me an extra £20. he winked at me and said, "It fell out of my card." And I simply just said, "Cheeky." So, yeah, up to that point, I then had £745. Now, here's the real kicker. Here's the funnier part. On Thursday night, my mum came home and said that she managed to return a broken pair of headphones. Ones that broke after a month of owning them. Last year's birthday present from my sister. I really didn't want headphones at the time, so And, well, she managed to return them. Since Tesco's no longer sold them, she wasn't able to get the actual price paid, so she wasn't able to get a refund, and she wasn't able to exchange. They compensated by giving her a gift card of £5.50. So, to that point, I had £750 and such P. So, yeah, kinda funny, to be honest. It's really funny. Yeah, in such a short space of time, since last year, I had just over 140 quid at 4-hour assembly. I spent just over the 40, so I had 80 remaining. I was given an extra 20, because 10 of which was gone, so it made it 95. Then, I sold my magic cards for £130. That gave me £225. Then, with all this, I now have £700. If I had an extra 50, I would have 800 quid. You know, I'm actually close on. I'm close on the verge of having £1,000. This is so weird. This really is weird. I'm not used to having money. The most I've ever had was a 50. Here's the thing, on that check, but actually from my grandparents I would have expected only to have had 50 quid at the most. But no, they gave me 500 smackers. How the fuck am I supposed to get that? It was crazy. So, yeah. Now, on to other things I've obtained. Now, I do not know if these have been shown off yet, but a brand new pack of Vortex discs for 99p from Oxfam, and an RPM red figure from Newtown Tesco's for a tenner. My dad bought me that. So, yeah, it was the only one at the time that I saw that I liked. I didn't have much time to look, so I just grabbed the one from the front, and yeah, luckily it was RPM red. So yeah, lucky. I've got 2 more charity bands, so I can easily just add 2 more to my wrists. So yeah. And well, that is actually pretty much it. Yeah. Oh, there is one other thing. Yeah, I've been wearing it all this time. I now have a ring. Check that out. It's a rotating ring as well. Yeah. Oh, this thing is a beaut. 500 smackers. No, I didn't spend it. Mum and Dad did. Yeah. Blame my dad, that's pretty much all I can say. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I now have a signet ring, which is going to stay on my hand. It won't come off. Even though I don't really want to damage it, so every now and then I may take it off just to not have any worry about damaging it. So, but yeah, that's that. Now, on to other things concerning Deviant and FA. First off, concerning my rule about the 30th of January. Three people said the two words. Why do you think I make these videos in the journals? It's so you guys will actually listen and understand what I'm saying. Seriously, the idea is this: before you do anything on someone's user page, like commenting, watching, viewing their gallery, going through their favourites, whatever you do first is read their page. The one thing I always do is read the person's page. Seriously, if you do not read the person's page, you can get into some serious trouble. You can get into quite a bit of trouble, in fact. This is my rule. Read the page. Understand what it's saying. Abide by what they ask. For me, it specifically says, do not call me British. Do not say happy birthday. Ever. And respect what I draw. Simple. That is pretty much it. But 3 people decided to simply ignore my page and just say happy birthday. Seeing as when I saw them, I couldn't really do much, so I didn't bother blocking them. But I've told them off, and I've told them the rules.
I wouldn't believe a word he says.
Be quiet!
Sorry, be quiet.
So, yeah. I've told 2 of them off because one of them has not replied yet. So hopefully people will start learning to read and watch what I put up. They will read my journals, watch my update videos. Simple. Literally, something so simple. It's not that hard. Just read or click to watch. Simple. Seriously, why do you think I've been doing video journals? It's easier to hear rather than to read. So, logic. Now, on to other topics. Since I am now 18, I was allowed to change the content filter. Well, it's only normal for me to want to do that. So, changed it on DA, changed it on FA. So, here's another thing. Don't judge Got it? We all have our likes and dislikes, so don't judge. Now, on to other things. One of which will be projects. At this time, I am currently working on my Build Fighters Gal storyline. I have the prologue and I have the first chapter. The first chapter of which I am still working on. It is very lengthy. So, yeah, it's probably about 3 pages or 4 pages now. Yeah, pretty much it's a wall of text. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna need someone to proofread it all, so yeah, simple. It's gonna be tricky. I don't know grammar and I don't know punctuation, so I'm gonna need someone to proofread it. Simple. Now, that is now off the way. I'm going to talk about another thing. For auto-assembly. I have absolutely no idea how much money I'm going to be taking. So, yeah, I am going to be taking the £200 in my wallet, or will be taking that with me. And about the 500, I have absolutely no idea. So, yeah. When the Gundam Renesita comes down in price, hey guys, I am having lag. Yeah, I am having some really nasty lag right now. So, a little bit better. Okay, literally just turning on my recharge cable from my laptop, make the entire thing freeze. So yeah, I don't know if the last few moments were recorded just then. It's all madness right now. So yeah, I will say again. I need to get my hands on the Renesita, the Fenice Renesita from Build Fighters, so I can make my Garyuga. So I need that to come down in price from £18. I need it to be roughly about £15. So maybe in March it might come down, so I'll spend 15 quid on that.
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
My dad is just being silly, so I'm just trying to do something stupid against him. So yeah, there's that. I also need to get hold of a few nerf guns for projects. I need a retaliator for 2 things. I need one retaliator for a breach, just the breach itself, because I need the closing part of the breach for clips. I'm working on a custom blaster, completely custom, homemade in Turtles. I just can't make a breach. It's the one thing I can't make, so I need the magwell and the breach. So that one will become a singles or a hopped. Next, I need a retaliator for a GN blade custom. So yeah, I will be attempting I will be attempting to make a replica of the GM sword from Exia. So I will be attempting to make a foam blade and make it motorized so it actually folds out on its own. So yeah, there's that. Next, I want to get my hands on a knockoff barricade from Power Stretchers, and I want to get my hands on the Cyclone Shock.
Go on, Bob Sweat.
The idea is, with the Cyclone Shock, it's a huge revolver. Here's my idea. Put in a drum and turning mech for the barricade into Cyclone Shock. That way, instead of large 6 shots, you have 10 normal shots. So yeah, that's how that will work. Just concept idea. I don't know if anyone's done it yet, so I don't know. I think Bobo and Drac would love that because the Cyclone Shock is already OP just by brassing it, just by rebarreling it and make it fire normal darts. It's already OP as hell. So making it a 10 dart shooter with rebarreling might make it a little bit too OP. So that'll be fun. I also need to get a whip blast so I can rebarrel it and make it into a nice shooter for Nerf guns. So yeah. Next thing to do, when I can sort out a place to start doing reviews, toys, I will be reviewing Murphy, Gao Icarus, Magi Titan, or Magi King, and him. The big RPM G12 is the first one getting a review. So I will be doing a review for the High Octane, I will be doing for the Valve Max, the Mark, and the Paleo Max individual reviews, and I will be doing in between segments for their combinations. But I will also try and get a hold of their engine cell keys or make my own. So I will be making my own engine cells. So yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm going to need some small plastic for that, or I can try and just buy them in bulk. Which, in theory, I should be able to do at some point. I don't know. We also need to get a bunch of SD cards. My action camera, yeah, the Hitachi, it takes up a lot of memory, and I don't know how you set it down from 1080p to 720. But yeah, if I can change its settings, then I will be able to record much nicer video. I also need high capacity SD cards because it takes up so much space. And I only have one SD card that's actually usable right now, and it's in this camera. I do have a 2 gig. It's barely even usable. I have a 4 gig, but it's currently in my 2DS and will not be able to come out because that's the only place it can be used in. And that's it. If I could plug a memory stick into a camera, then that would be perfect. That way I don't need to worry about file space. I just plug it in, file transfers to the memory. Simple. If I was allowed to carry my laptop with me to auto assembly, I'd easily just be able to have this hooked up to this thing and record that way, because I can set this to record while it's closed. Simple. But my dad won't allow that. So what I'll need to do is use my action cam, because it has a chest mount, or I can try and work on a shoulder mount. So I've tried doing a shoulder mount for this thing, but it's too heavy. I also need to get a battery door for my my Fujifilm Finepix. So yeah. So we're gonna have to get the battery door off the specialist website and get a camera shop to fix it up, which should be like just about 20 quid, don't know. Then there's that. But seriously, I do need those SD cards, I really do. In Tesco's they've got 32 gig SD cards for £17. If they can drop that down to a tenner, or if I can get a voucher for it, then that would be wonderful. I can just simply spend 20 quid, buy 2 cards. So, heck yeah, I'd have 2 30 gig cards for 1 camera. Simple. I don't know how long it would take for it to fill up those 2 cards, so I would genuinely need to change the setting down to something more this thing's level. Or figure out a way to actually record to an external device. Yeah. It's tricky, really tricky. But yeah, we'll come to it when we work it out. But yeah, when we can get a battery door for the Fujifilm Finepix, that's going to be my main video camera. This is going to be for small mini segments outside, like if I go somewhere and I can't carry a big camera, I will use a small camera like this. And this will also be used for basic photos being taken outside. Because right now it is turning the light right now, which is supposed to be white light, it is turning it into yellow light, which is why everything in here that is white is now yellow. The door right now, its actual colour is white. It's turning yellow right there. See? Yellow. And even now my skin is yellowed. So you can blame my lights. Now, that is what I'm planning on doing, so I've got a bit of extra cash for that. So yeah, there's that. For me, priorities right now are getting equipment. I got tripods. I've got a tripod here, I've got a small stand tripod, I've got a even smaller stand tripod, and I've got a big tripod, really big, full-on photography type. So that's all set. I've got an action cam, a shit cam, and a high quality cam. So I've got 3 different cameras. I've even got usage of my mum's old camera, which zooms, so if I need something to zoom, while this one cannot, I've got that usage. I've got video editing software right here. Simple. I've got that sorted. I don't need to worry about that at all. When we get our new computer unit, I will be using that for video editing and artwork editing. So, simple. This will be for my 3D modeling purposes. I also need my own PC tower unit for gaming and stuff like that, because when I can get my hands on a capture card, then I'm going to need a beast. I'm going to need a real monster for computer work. I really am. I'd say just a basic tower unit with a good few hundred gig, then I can switch out for some better hard drives. Then that'll be sorted. And then I've got a good thing. All I really need to do is just change out the cooling, the memory, and the graphics card. That's pretty much it. So the processing will be a lot more powerful, cooling will be a lot smoother so it doesn't overheat, and the graphics will be a lot... Thanks. Sketchpad. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. I will also try and do dual monitor or double monitor setup, because I will be needing dual monitor for recording and having a separate screen for having notes, or I will need it for editing and having reference work. So yeah, there's that. Or I can use one screen for Skype and another for gaming. Simple. So there's that. And plus having the Xbox right there. At this time, I cannot use my table. I really can't. I want to, but I can't. Because, well, there's no space anywhere here for a chair. And if I were to even try, it would take an entire day to move everything. Literally, I don't thought it takes an entire day to arrange everything on the bed so I can actually use my table, but then I have to put everything back, which takes an hour. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. You'd think taking it out would take an hour, but no, it takes a day. That's how annoying it is. So yeah, that's how bad it is. Nothing really new to talk about on that front. Anime-wise, pretty much nothing new. The only DVD that I've opened recently is this. This is the first DVD of this year that I've opened. And of last year's stuff, because I've still got last year's DVDs that are still unopened. Yeah. Things that I need to start watching again. I need to watch Robotech, I need to watch Ghost in the Shell. But I still need to get my hands on Ghost in the Shell Volume 1. Because I need episodes 1 to 4 on DVD. I've got them on my laptop, but I need them on DVD, so I need to get Volume 1. I've tried burning them, they just come out as 4, 1, 2, 3. I've tried changing the number order, it still doesn't work. So, yeah. It does not like working. So, yeah. And I just like spinning my ring right now. I just love this ring, I really do. Things I need to watch would be the Ashen's film, episode Alpha, Destiny Deoxys, Guyver, and Voltron. Then I also need to watch Mermaid Garden and Devilman 1 and 2, because I've got a 2-pack on that. I also need to complete the Bleach series, I need to get the whole lot. And I also need to watch the other Ghost in the Shell film, because that's when we see the Tachikoma coming to it. So yeah, fun time. So yeah, madness. That is pretty much it now. I literally have nothing to talk about now. Right now I'm going to try and edit this video to go with the other one that was halted, so we'll try and edit them together and upload them later today. So I am now going to end this here, so I am going to say peace on the streets, son, have a nice day and remember the rules. So have a nice 2015 while you can.